Top 5 Tour, helping you find the best. Currently in Dunedin, and in searching for the best place to drink, I have to taste a lot of beer. And I'm currently at Emerson's Brewery with Richard, who set up Emerson's Brewery. Now, just as an introduction, Richard you were born deaf?
Correct.
Yep. So Richard is reading my lips. So Australians and Kiwis have a bit of a different accent, so I won't say six too often, in case you think I'm coming on to you. Kiwis think when Australians say six, we're talking about sex. But anyway, it's 9 o'clock in the morning here, and it's never too early, is it, Richard?
Oh, it's time for a long black.
Cheers, a long black. And that's your London Porter.
It's London Porter.
And that was the first beer you brewed.
The reason why I started with the Porter, because we were on a very tight budget. We didn't have enough money to buy all the brewing equipment that we wanted. And there was very little dark beer of the marketplace. And it was a no-brainer being able to make a dark beer. And because clarity is not an issue with the dark beer. You can't see through the beer. So I can get away without filtering the beer. But keep all the flavour and everything and make a damn good beer.
And so your experience with beer, you got a love for beer from visiting Europe. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Oh, that was great, being able to travel around Europe and Australia for a year, being able to appreciate the different beer styles in their own hometown. And it tastes fresh, not as a tired product coming here, but being able to appreciate why they made the beer in that particular area and learn and feel about the beer styles. But more important, the taste.
And is it true that some people who are missing one sense, their other senses become super developed? Do you have a super sense of taste? And
Yes, flavour is like hearing to me. I like feeling and the taste and the flavour of things, not just beer but food as well, and whiskey and things like that. So you appreciate that a lot more than the hearing.
All right. You actually set up in 1992.
Correct. Yes.
And in you recently sold to Lions or Lion. Yeah. You know, and you've set up here in 2016 this beautiful new brewery. Not your first brewery.
No, not the first brewery. It's actually our fourth brewery. And the good thing about being Lion is that it's not the bad guys. They're actually fantastic people. They've actually put a lot of money in to help keep Emerson and Dunedin, provide us with a fantastic building that we've had a lot of input into to create the feel of Dunedin and the design of the building. So now we've got a wonderful place that even the local people are proud of. Coming here, they feel the place, they enjoy it, and it's always busy here.
And so set up in 2016?
Yes,
Yep.
We were open to the public in July.
And your role now with you still brew beer? You're like a brand ambassador, aren't you?
I'm more of the brand ambassador, and I love talking with the staff to inspire them. And now they're fantastic in making the beers in their own routes. And they follow the Emerson's philosophy of balance and drinkability and how many pints can you drink of that beer. They've all embraced in that. And it's fantastic to see their personality develop.
So you were one of the early craft brewers in New Zealand.
Yeah.
You started, 1992?
Yep.
Started in your mum's kitchen.
Yes, Mum wasn't very impressed with the mess I made in her kitchen. I had to move out of the kitchen into a garage in Ravensbourne, where I was able to brew and do my research and development, doing about 300-400 litres a week. And I never had any problems with getting volunteers to help me appreciate the product
the taste
and move them.
Yeah, well, it tastes fantastic.
Oh, yeah, quality control is almost hard work.
Yeah, as I said, it is 9 o'clock in the morning here, but there's. You know when someone likes beer when they can have one at 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's the perks of the job.
So in a way, you've hit the jackpot. You started as a small brewer, you developed it over 20 years, and then sold to the big guys. And now your job is just quality control, making sure everything's run well. You've really hit the jackpot, haven't you?
No, but what I've realised now, that it's not just the quality control now. I'm more happy educating people about life beyond the pint. It's more about what food goes with the beer, what cheese, and even whiskey. You imagine a London porter with a beautiful Talisker and a lovely creamy blue, strong blue cheese. What a way to melt the evening. Fantastic.
Or even oysters, bluff oysters.
Oh, oysters, yes.
Your local produce.
Yep. So that's why I want to show people that wonderful life around the pint. Not just the beer, but all the things that goes with beer.
So let's talk about this place, Richard. What's unique about this new setup?
Oh, we want to make a home for the Emerson brand so that people can come up and pay, come up and respect the brand. So we want a showcase, and we've actually designed the building that the building brewery is actually around the tap room, so people can see the various places going on, and also being able to come and enjoy the new beers, different beers that we've got coming out of our small workshop brewery. So
and is that the only place they can try some of those beers?
Yes, sometimes we also use the workshop brewery to make beers for other customers as well. So it's not just all about the brewery. We look after our hero customers by getting them to come and brew with us so they can have the beer in their bar. So we're trying to be diplomatic and looking after the way Emerson stands in the marketplace.
Oh, fantastic. And you do have meals here too?
Oh, the food, yes. I've got a fantastic chef there. He's preparing the food for the day.
And do you have beer and food matchings? Like, do you suggest?
Yes, they start do that. They look at the food and they think about what beer goes with it. But really got to see their own beer education developing.
Yeah, fantastic. And what's your audience like, or who are your customers? Is it local people? Do you get a lot of tourists in? Who are you finding are coming to visit?
Well, we've got a lot of local people coming here because they love the story of a small brand that has grown up in Dunedin and it's become something like this now. So the locals, I feel, that have become quite proud of seeing a homegrown brand. And also people from out of town hear about the brand. They want to come and see what it's all about. And they come and experience, go, oh wow, that's not what we expected.
And how have customers reacted? Have you got any stories about?
Oh, we've got there's a whole lot of great stories, but one of them really stands out quite recently is that we have a regular from the peninsula who comes in every week to fill up his flagon and everything, and he loves his hoppy beer. We made a new seasonal beer, and we were trying to think, what do we call that beer? Because we're always having trouble thinking of a name for a new beer. But we thought, why not call it a beer called Gary? And we told our customer Gary that we named the beer after him, and he couldn't believe it. And he even cried when he saw the image of his face on the label. And he was so shocked that he was able to show his family, friends and things that this is me on the beer can, on the beer bottle. And it became our fastest selling seasonal beer that we couldn't keep up with the demand. And we want to brew it again. And Gary is really proud.
I bet he is. Having your face on the label, that's pretty impressive. One last question, Richard. You're on death row. You've got your last choice.
I'm feeling like talking to you.
You've got your last choice of a beer. Now you can go a food choice too, but you're going to have your last beer. What would it be?
Well, it would have to be a very special beer. It would have to be one of those rare brewers. I'll have to go for Rosenbach. Well, I'll have to go for Rosenbach from Belgium. It's a unique sour red beer, quite unusual, and it leaves a long aftertaste. So even if I'm long gone, I will still taste it in my mouth.
And if it's your death row one, probably good to have a couple, just so the next stage is
I'd rather
a bit
balance myself.
Richard, thank you for your time.
No problem. I need to have another beer.
I think we'll finish these ones up. We might have to have a couple, Richard, just to make sure everything's good quality control. It's a hard job.
Cheers.
Eat, drink, sleep, do, shop. We handpick the best of each location. Top 5 Tour, helping you find the best.